Look at the lions in there.
Yes, it is.
Hi guys, welcome to our Africa's Greatest Predators demonstration. My name is Caitlin, this is Jordan and Andrew, and we're some of the keepers who work here in Predator Ridge with the social African carnivores. So this exhibit is rotational. What that means is we can move around the 5 different groups of animals that live here to different areas each day. So this is not a hyena yard, and this is not a lion yard. We can switch them part way through the day, or we can let them stay in certain areas for a couple days in a row. But one of the biggest enriching pieces of this is that they can go through the new areas that other animals have been in the day before and remark it as their own territory, and we'll see a lot of natural behaviors from that. So earlier we actually had a different hyena out here with the female. So her sister was out here with her, and now it's her, one of the males is out here with her, but they just ate in the back. Over here, you're going to see our coalition, or our bachelor group of lions. So these 4 are all 4 brothers from the same litter. They're the same age, but their genetics are already really well represented in zoos. So they will not be getting any females to breed with or anything like that. People always ask us if we plan to keep them together. So this is actually something that is natural in the wild that you would see. You would see coalitions like this when they are maturing. They'll leave their pride with their moms and aunts and sisters. And if they have multiple males, they actually have more success where they can form these coalitions and work together to defend a new territory, take over areas, and find new females and places to hunt and things like that. So we do have these 4 here, and they get along really well, and they should potentially do that their entire life. And we'll be bringing them in just a few minutes, or 3 of them hopefully. And then if you go past this yard too, we do have one more exhibit before you get to the zebras. There are 3 females that have access to that yard right now. They've been in and out most of the day because there is a new male back there. And so they have a window that they can share between stalls with him. And so we are doing introductions between them soon. And right now we want them to be able to be mesh to mesh so that they can get used to each other before we actually do introductions. So they do get access inside so they can say hi to them whenever they're feeling like going to say hi. But before we actually bring these guys in, I'm going to go over a couple rules because they actually do get pretty nervous even though they're 400 pounds and they're lions, but big crowds like this can scare them. So everybody in this front area here, I'm going to ask you guys to sit down on the ground. And then I'm also going to ask that you guys help us out by keeping noise levels down when they're in here as well. That helps keep them calm and comfortable so that they want to come back in another day. I will have to get off the mic for this since there's only 3 of us, and I'll have to help these guys train. So hopefully the plan is that only 1 lion will stay outside so that we just have 3 coming in for each one of us to train and be able to focus on 1 individual at a time. And then we'll do some training with them, and hopefully they'll all be polite and civil to each other, not try to steal each other's meatballs. And then once we're all done training, I'll be sticking around, or we'll all stick around and be up here at the glass too, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to save them for the end too, because we'll definitely stay around and answer anything that you guys have. But all the training we're going to be doing is through what's called positive reinforcement. So you'll see us give different cues to these guys. They'll do a behavior, and if they do it correctly, then we'll blow our whistle or tell them good, and then they get a meatball reward afterwards. So they do train for their diets. Nothing that we train them is for tricks or for show. It all has some sort of purpose that we can get a better look at them. These guys are lions that can be more standoffish and go sleep all day if they want to. But if through these training sessions we can get our eyes on them and their entire body, get them moving around so we can see everything like their paws or their back or different movements and stuff that they have. But otherwise, enjoy watching them eat. They eat pretty fast and scarf down their food. And then, like I said, if you have any questions afterwards, feel free to stick around and we'll answer all of those for you. So then, so they're all done with their food, so these guys are just gonna work on getting them out, but feel free to get up and walk around now that they're done training, and come on up and ask any questions. They'll probably stick around this area for a few more minutes if you want any close-up pictures or anything of them. By this glass would be a good viewing spot. So hopefully we'll get them all to leave in a short period of time, because that is part of their training. But thank you guys so much for coming out, and enjoy the rest of your day at the Denver Zoo.